Hello, it's Friday, 28th November 2025, and these are your news headlines. President Donald Trump says he will halt migration from what he calls third world countries after a deadly ambush near the White House. Two members of the National Guard were targeted. 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, a US Army specialist, was killed, and 24-year-old Andrew Wolf, a US Air Force Staff Sergeant, was critically injured and remains in hospital. Both were serving with the West Virginia National Guard, deployed to the Capitol as part of Operation DC Safe and Beautiful. The attack happened just blocks from the White House and has been described as a targeted ambush. Beckstrom's parents were at her side when she passed away after emergency surgery. Wolf's father has asked for prayers as his son fights for his life. President Trump announced Beckstrom's death during a Thanksgiving press conference, calling her a highly respected, young, magnificent person. The Department of Justice has confirmed charges against the suspect were upgraded to first-degree murder, and prosecutors will seek the death penalty. In Hong Kong, tragedy on a massive scale. At least 128 people are dead after fire ripped through 7 tower blocks in the Tai Po district. Residents were trapped in their apartments as bamboo scaffolding and protective mesh helped flames spread. Police have arrested 3 men on suspicion of manslaughter. In Iran, the supreme leader has dismissed any prospect of cooperation with Washington, calling the Trump administration not worthy of dialogue. He denied reports of back-channel talks and said neither Israel nor the US achieved any objectives during June's conflict. Human rights groups warn Iran's regime has accelerated executions to unprecedented levels, with more than 1,470 killings in 2025, the highest annual total in 37 years. At least 8 political prisoners now face imminent death sentences, with activists calling the campaign a deliberate attempt to crush dissent. Nobel Peace Prize winner Narges Mohammadi says she has been permanently barred from leaving Iran. In a message to her 19-year-old twins in Paris, she revealed that authorities had issued a permanent travel ban. Mohammadi has spent much of the past decade in prison and won the Nobel Prize last year for her fight for human rights. Senior British military figures warn the armed forces face a funding crisis. General Sir Richard Barrons says the Ministry of Defence cannot make the sums add up and may be forced to cut key capabilities within 2 years. Pressure is mounting on Justice Secretary David Lammy. A leaked memo suggests 95% of jury trials could be scrapped to ease court backlogs. The backlash was immediate. MPs, judges and lawyers accused Lammy of constitutional vandalism. Worldwide, experts warn of a growing crisis as the number of women in prison nears 1 million. Campaigners say female prisoners are often jailed for petty crimes linked to poverty and abuse and face sexual violence, forced labour and poor healthcare whilst in prison. And in Europe, lawmakers are considering a ban on children under 16 using social media. The resolution passed with 483 votes in favour, inspired by Australia's upcoming ban. Privacy experts warn age verification rules could affect all users, not just minors. Those are your news headlines in brief. Today, Friday, 28th November. Please join me tomorrow on Saturday for our weekly segment of The Tangent, where we go down all sorts of weird and wonderful avenues. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really will help my channel. And thank you very much for listening.